The following Dysfunctional Gaming podcast was filmed in front of a mostly live Twitch audience.
What's happening? Welcome back. It's Dysfunctional Gaming talking D&D this week. We are joined by someone that we'd love to talk to about our upcoming D&D game. But first, I am Thundercat0420. Over there is GM Patch Nasty. He's got the local hat on. He is from Maine,
Hello.
if you didn't know. And he has a mustache. But without further ado, the man, the Dungeon Master for our new upcoming D&D campaign, The War for Garaxia, Vandalxero. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Been a pretty long day. I'm ready for shenanigans.
Wonderful. Patch, how are you?
I'm present and accounted for, but good. I'm good.
I want to apologize for any of the video watchers. The Discord seems to be some sort of laggy today, so every once in a while you're going to see everyone freeze for a second and then come back. But it seems like the audio is all good. So all you audio listeners, you got it right. I had a thumbs up there for you audio listeners.
Yes, audio listeners.
So before we get into the War for Garaxia, let's talk about a few things that we want to get off first. We are still raising money for Extra Life. So
what is Extra Life, Kevin?
It is a fundraiser for children in the Miracle Network of hospitals. We are raising for the local one here in Maine right now this year in Portland, Barbara Bush Children's Hospital. And right now we're at a little over $600. And so, yeah, we got that going for us. Exactly. There it is right there. Extra Life. Woo! I like it.
Extra Life is actually a streamer.
So yeah, if you want to check that out, we have all our links in there. It's down below underneath the chat, and please do what you can. Anything can help. $5 here will be great. If you could do $1, that's fine. If you can do $100, all the power to you. It doesn't matter. We're just going to raise as much as we can until we can't raise anymore.
If we get a $10 donation by the end of the stream, Vandal will do a jumping jacks for each dollar.
I don't think so.
I think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
I'm pretty sure if we say it out loud, it means it's going to happen.
No. Oh boy.
Yeah.
No.
Don't deny the people of their jumping jacks. They want to see their calisthenics.
I mean, if my kid's about to go to sleep, I'm not doing it. So
last week we talked about maps. If you want to check that stuff out, where can we check that out, Patch?
Oh, me? You can find that for your ear potatoes on Apple Podcasts. You can find that on Spoofy, which is also called Spotify for those of the newer generations. That's also on Anchor FM. And other places for podcasts that you like to put into your ear potatoes for your brain mind thing.
You can also catch the recapped video on YouTube if you would rather watch it in video form. But you don't want to watch this one in video form. It's really bad video this week. It just keeps freezing here and there. So yeah, once again.
No, you should watch this in video form next week when it comes out on YouTube and comment on how bad the video is.
Please just comment. Or just comment. Subscribe. I don't care. Like it. I don't dislike it. Do something there. At least we know that people are watching it. So yeah, let's get into what's going to happen this Friday. What is going to happen this Friday, Vandalxero? We have some information on what we're getting into.
You're gonna attend a wonderful festival, my friend.
Okay, I'm looking forward to the festival. So
my friends, I should say. There's multiple.
If you haven't already on YouTube, in that link tree, we did upload a promotional trailer for the session 0 that we did, where you can kind of get to know the characters, a little bit about what we're doing and where we're going. And so if you want to catch up before Friday's first session 1, you can watch that edited trailer.
And if you're that type of person who doesn't like things that are edited and cut to shit, you can go to our Patreon and give us money to watch the whole thing. And then get all the outlines, get all the silly shit that we do behind the scenes. Most of it makes it onto air, but there are some that does not make it onto air. But you should certainly go to Patreon and find the squid.
I'm
Dysfunctional Gaming.
I'm going to be uploading the actual full length 2-hour 45-minute, I think it was, session 0 recording tonight. Patreon.
Nice.
So what's
So you excited to
Garaxia?
DM, Vandal?
Yeah, what is Garaxia? Tell us about it.
Well,
We asked you
Garaxia is.
First, answer patches
basically-
first. Are you excited to DM?
I am. I hope you guys had fun. It was definitely. It's weird for me being in this seat rather than the player seat. So I'm seeing, like, watching you guys DM, I feel like I have a handle on it,
Now.
but it is weird being the one that just gets to sit there and sometimes not do anything and just watching everybody do everything else. So I
I'll
will
tell you
say
right
it
now,
is-
it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice.
So now, tell us about Garaxia. Tell us about your hamlet that
So-
you made.
Garaxia is the plane. Like Faerun is the plane that most of the stuff takes place when you're playing regular 5th edition D&D. Garaxia is my plane. And it has the Garaxian royalty, which is like they are the royalty, but they're not assholes. They rule fair. They take care of their people. They want everybody to be happy and prosper. So it's a good place to be if there's nothing bad happening.
If. I like that you should look at the camera when you say that. Look at us. Turn to us. Turn. There you go. Thank you.
And then
Follow-up
freezes.
question.
Discord just
Yeah.
like. "Brr."
So as we've said, this is your very first time DMing, so you are excited.
My very
The
first
follow-
time in a long time. I did
So-
DM for a little bit in 3rd edition, and I just
Now-
didn't enjoy it because my players made it not fun.
How do you feel about DMing on Twitch and living up to some of possibly the world's greatest DMs on Twitch?
I
Like,
mean, they're them
Yep.
and I'm me. I can't
There you
be
go.
Yeah.
them.
Don't
Are you
even. I wouldn't
nervous
even.
about
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
DMing
always
on
going to be
Twitch?
nervous because I'm going to be like, oh man, did I make this too hard? Or are they not going to like this? Like, it's always going to be like, are they going to like my story or are they going to hate my story? Like, I can't judge for you. I like
players or the
stories.
audience?
Both.
Okay.
I can't tell what you guys like if I make something and then you're like, that wasn't fun. I'll be like, okay, I won't do that again. But if the people are like, I thought that was a neat thing, or like, I didn't really like that, I can't tell what a person likes until it happens or they tell me ahead of time. So
Yeah, it's like in most session zeros, like if you're gonna do an evil campaign, you lay down the ground rules and be like, hey, this is what's off the table. What can't I do if we're doing an evil campaign? I get that. But I was more curious, are you nervous about being under the scrutiny of the public eye, like having
Yeah.
you know,
That's
an
a big.
audience
That's a big
as
deal.
opposed to a table? You have a table that's being watched by an audience. That was my question.
I mean, if somebody doesn't like it, then it's not their cup of tea. Like, I'm gonna have tropes of every kind. Like,
Mhm.
a lot of my influences are anime, movies. There's gonna be lots of different stuff that, like, there's gonna be something somebody either doesn't like or they really like. I can't please everybody.
Yeah, and that's part of the. You also got to learn your table too as you go. So, I mean,
I kind of have like you and Patch and Beth. Like, I've played with you guys for like 3-4 years now. I'm not. Yeah,
Even more.
I'm not so sure about Tater and DD, where this is literally their first time playing, so it's like I have to learn what they like for the most part, which
And
makes it a little.
at the same time, you might want to learn what they don't like, because putting stuff against them, like, to make them really get into their characters, like pushing them to come out of their shells as well.
Mm-hmm. Like that, I'm gonna have times where like fights may seem easy to like you guys, where you are veterans of the game, but I also don't want to immediately like discourage the newer people from like wanting to play. Oh yeah, my guy.
That's Vandal's son in the background. If for the audio listeners.
But I don't want to like have a soul crushing encounter that I know you guys can handle, but they don't know what they're actually doing with their characters yet, or how mechanics work and stuff like that. So there may be times where it seems easy to you guys, but it's more to see how they react and how they will handle it.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, we're almost level 1, so I mean, everything's a soul crushing experience. Like, I mean, a goblin could destroy us if it really tried, and you
One
roll
goblin
really well,
could
which
kill
you've done
all of
before.
us. Yes.
Yep. But I mean, I don't think we're gonna get into the soul crushing slag combat yet.
No, I hope
not in the
not.
first session.
Well, I mean, we don't know where we're going to be at the first session. As of right now, we're all level 0. So, like, from my point of view as a player, I see it as I'm just going to continue with what's going on and try not to piss anyone off, because I don't want to get in trouble with anyone and get killed within seconds because I have 4 hit points. You know what I mean? Like, like that clothesline would have probably like put me down if it was like you rolled damage, like like instead of just giving one clothesline, yeah, I would have been down. But I'm just kind of going with the story and hoping that we get to that first level and then I can start really like fleshing out my character, you know?
Yeah.
I feel as though I've already got like a thought process behind my character so far. It's just I don't have the mechanics that I can put into it. How do you feel about DMing for a couple of new players, other than, you know, trying to figure out their encounters? I mean, DMing for newbies is kind of like a really it's a high bar to set for people that have never played. No offense, I'm not trying to put this in your head or anything, but that's something. This will make an impression, either good or bad.
I mean, that's something I'm gonna have to just accept. Like, I've been brainstorming and like throwing ideas of my campaign like in my own head for the past like 2 years. So I mean, there's going to be things they might not like, because when I initially started doing the campaign, it was for you guys. For like when we finished our Sunday campaign, I was planning to go ahead, but I have to like look at it as like, this is what it's going to be now. So I have new players. I'm going to have to roll with it. A lot of this is going to be rolling with it for a little bit until I can find like the stride, like the perfect, the groove, I guess, to get into with them.
As you said, you've been like planning it in your head for 2 years now. How much of that have you put down on paper since? Like, was it since we were like, Vandal, do you want to be the DM? And then you were like, shit, now I got to put all this on paper? Or was it like, over these last 2.5 years, I've just been writing notes and being like, this is going to happen?
I literally have not written any of the like stuff that we're going to do for a little bit up until like, I'm going to say probably level 3 or 4, because I've literally spent 2 years going over scenes like in my head, going over like literally like having a movie in my head of what it is. So I have it ingrained in there because I've like watched it in my head so many times. Like, I know how things are going to happen on Friday. I know how things could not happen on Friday. Like, I've literally played multiple scenarios of like, you guys have walked into this harbor. I'm like,
Keep talking.
what are the 15 things that could happen immediately? Because I know that
add
it's
another
not
15.
gonna go. Yeah, I know.
Add a couple of zeros to that 15. That's what I want you to do. It's 15,
I'm like,
15.
I know exactly that it's not gonna go any of these 15, but I've got them there in case one of them happens.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Someone is going to do something that you did not expect. I
know.
fucking guarantee it.
Especially having two new players that you don't know how they generally act towards different things. You're gonna have them be like, "Could I do one of these things?" And you're gonna be like, "Fucking what? Okay."
You can certainly try.
Yeah. Buzzrap has a question.
Okay.
How will you balance the whole thing so the new players and older players enjoy the experience without feeling like it's geared towards one or the other?
That's like the first couple of levels is literally going to be me trying to gauge how to work that. Like, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, you guys are this level. Oh, this isn't working. I'm going to take like probably the first maybe like 5 or 6 sessions and see how you guys work together, how you branch off from each other with different situations. It's going to be a learning experience. I'm going to have to just feel it out.
Another thing that I'm going to say right now to the Fuzz's question, from one of the experienced players, some of our as experienced players know when the spotlight is supposed to be on us and when it's not. That's kind of a group aspect. D&D has a lot of that. There's multiple shifting storylines. One week it could be, or 1 month it could be taking place in a town where no one knows anybody except for one character. So that one character is going to have to break out of their shell a little bit, or they won't, and they won't feel comfortable doing that, and they'll say something to Vandal, and then he'll try and shift the story a little bit more to maybe try and break them out of their shell, or use neither. Could you give me some Malcolm Sandy figures, please? Yes, just say the name.
I'm gonna go over there and find out if I can talk to the guy. I have a cool map. Maybe he's interested.
So one of us can help out in that situation. It's a group effort, just in the whole D&D thing, not for the DM, and it's the DM and the players.
Yeah, and being an experienced player or a player that's been playing the game for a little while, you kind of understand that, hey, that character is having an issue trying to figure out what to do. Maybe I can jump in and help push that character in the right direction as a player. Don't even need the DM's information to do that. You can just kind of say, hey, maybe we should go talk to that guard. I'll go with you.
And that's kind of why I made it so you guys didn't really have like super big backstories, and I made you like each other, so that way it's not like it makes it less for me to use, because like if I have like a pretty good backstory, I can be like, oh, I can use this later on. But at the same time, it's like I didn't want like DD to be like, my parents were killed by a rogue wagon when I was 3.5, and then I sought revenge on that wagoneer's family. Like I don't want that stuff. Like I
mean, you could just tell them to try again, hand it back, and be like, no, I like that, but not from this. Give me something a little bit more happy.
I like players who can write tragic backstories, but at the same time, I want the story to make your life tragic. Not...
I was gonna say you can have the backstory, but you didn't.
If your DM, like when we did our Tonanaz campaign, we started at level 5. So that gave us room to work more in our backstories, as to like we did more stuff, so that's how we were level 5.
Exactly.
You guys are
that's what I was saying.
Level 0. The most exciting thing you've done is probably played hopscotch in the Razor Rain or something, if that's even a thing.
It is now.
Canon. Yeah, my backstory is kind of deeper than most of the people's because I used a background that kind of needed
it
it.
works with your background.
Exactly. So I didn't want to make my backstory like crazy over exaggerated. So I just said I was an intern. I was an intern wizard that got stuck in another realm. Like that's it. That's literally my backstory. So I know like my 2 cantrips that I know or whatever, and that's it because I was an intern.
Source quote.
I was saying peace to be right back because you fuzz.
Yeah.
Because he'll be right back. Questions? You got any more questions, Vandal? There, Thundies?
Oh, so like, what is your expectation from us, like, in like, we'll say a month from now? Where do you see the group as like role playing together, like with the new guys and everything? You trying to like hoping by like the end of the month we're all like a cohesive group working together? Because like you said, we all know each other, but that doesn't mean we all trust each other.
Correct.
Or like each other.
Yeah. So like at the same time, like even though we know if we didn't meet at a tavern like as like a new party meeting each other for the first time, we already know each other, so we must know like little quirks and different thing that these people do that kind of either tell us if we would be friends with them or just kind of acquaintances at that point.
Well, I guess I see you guys as probably working more together. I can't really give off too much because it'll give away some of the story, maybe. So, I mean, working together is probably something I want you guys to do, but at the same time, like, I get, like, Sal's a slippery guy. He could just not work together, like be that guy that just sits there on the back of the cart while everybody's doing the work, eating an apple or something like that. But that'll be for you guys to decide.
And now not having those backstories kinds of gives us stuff to work with as we level up to make our team story, or just make the actual game story, really.
Yep.
Because at that point we're playing the game. We're not like backstory is all stuff that happened prior to the game being played. History. So yeah, so it doesn't actually matter at all except for like revenge or
revenge plots,
yeah, whatever, or like this happened, so this is why I don't like butterflies.
Like yes, I lose some of those plot hooks that I can use later on, but at the same time,
we're making
like,
some.
Exactly, and it gives you a chance to like have your own bar stories if you become famous at some point. You're like, well, like 5 months ago we went and we did this, and it was pretty great. So
I could see I was seeing Sal kind of digging himself a hole in the tavern. So like if we ever go back to town, like, and he goes to the tavern, it's going to be like the first thing that like I know is going to come back to bite him in the ass. Like I just knew, like I was like, here we go. I'm just going to sit here and watch and see what happens outside of character. Oh yeah, here we go. Yep, this is going to happen.
But like at the same time, like you guys lived there, and it seemed like he lived in the bar. So
I just feel like he's been walking by tables and taking like the tips off with the sleight of hand, and like no one sees it. So like he's been paying the tabs with other people's tabs, basically.
Or maybe he's just catching people off guard. Like he's finding those like that 1 or 2 people that are just too stupid to realize his magic isn't magic. And
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, there's some fun stuff that I'm sure is gonna happen with him.
Who's gonna get us into trouble first, Vandal?
I don't know, Patch.
I asked you a question.
Oh, you mean character-wise or person-wise? Yeah. Okay.
I mean both really.
I'm gonna be honest. I see Sal as being kind of a
ruffling feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even Duke.
Fair enough.
But
I was say I got no feathers to ruffle.
I mean, you could accidentally break something you can't fix.
I'll figure out a way to work it off.
Buzzrap says he reckons that Auscitator might be a wild card.
Honestly, out of the whole group, I think it's going to be
100%.
DD.
I 100% think it's going to be Auscitator. Every time I've talked to him, like he's been streaming and on stream, and he's talked out loud about playing D&D. He's like, every time my brother was playing with his friends or whatever, he's like, they'd always like make it seem like it was like the coolest thing ever. I'd go in there and they were a bunch of losers or something. He's like, I just want to go in and like punch people in the game. Like, can I just do that? I'm like, oh boy, he's gonna be such a fucking wild card. He's gonna be the guy that's just like, I'm gonna walk over to that door, kick down the door, and then grab that person. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, here we go. That's what and then he played a barbarian, so I'm like, oh, now he has reasons to do it. He's just gonna be mad all the time.
That's why you got me. I can counterbalance that. I'll just be, hey, whoa.
Hey now, whoa now. Hey.
And I'll be like the guy that's like, well, if he's gonna like go crazy, I might as well make him faster, right?
You're an enabler.
If he's gonna beat up the whole bar, I might as well haste him, right? Make him go fast this whole time.
Spell magic.
Counter spell.
Piss off the bull.
Yeet, spell delete.
Yep.
So what do you think about our party? As a party, like, what do you think is gonna, like, what's our where do you see us as a party? Like, we're not a normal party. This isn't a normal party at all.
No. You don't, like, speaking from like combat wise, you don't have ranged really, so that might be a problem. What?
The rogue, buy a bow.
Throwing daggers.
I could shoot a bow.
I can shoot a light crossbow.
Speaking from like, I feel like you guys will get into a lot of disagreements about everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be like, let's go eat here, and then it's gonna be a 2-hour long like debate on why we went to Benihana's instead of Applebee's.
No, I know Ironhide. If we have more than a 10-minute conversation about where to get the food, you'll start hearing chewing as opposed to just the smacking, because I'll go into my rations. Because at that point, I don't give a shit. I'm like, I'm hungry. Too big.
Yeah, Patch is the healer.
Mr. Spells here.
Patch is our cleric.
I'm a bull in a china shop, as it were.
Oh boy, here comes the train.
Yeah, I just passed my house.
Mute. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, as a DM questions. What is the hardest? What's the hardest thing gonna be about doing it this way?
Live.
I'm pretty sure I told you guys before, I get easily distracted when I use my computer. So it's going to be me keeping myself in line.
So do me a favor when we start playing. Could you shift your fucking Discord over so you're looking at your fucking camera when you're talking to me? Okay, cool. That's all I ask. Like that. See, there.
Then he has to put the mic down so he talks into the mic, because when he looks at that camera, the mic's right in front of his face. And it sounds echoey.
You gotta swing on, tried. Dude.
Move the camera in front of your other.
Move the camera.
Web.
Move something.
Oh, crotch cam.
Yeah, that's our OnlyFans cam. Hi, Cat.
Video only, guys. You're gonna have to go to YouTube to see this.
See, look, it's so much nicer when I'm actually fucking staring at you, and I can see your goddamn ugly mug. And you're not looking over at.
I think he's cute.
My problem with this is the fact that, like, my USB cable is not long enough for my camera with how my computer is set up.
You get an extender?
I do, but at the same time, I don't want to. I don't want to get a USB extender for
Ash
this
has a
much.
delivery. Gotcha.
Like,
so
then you get to look at all my anime women.
I have an idea. I have an idea for you. put all your notes on one computer and then the
that's what I
Discord on
do.
the other, and then don't do anything else.
I normally have Discord and like if I have the stream up on this monitor and then I have all my notes on this monitor, I still get easily distracted because I'm like, oh man, I could double click this. Wait a minute.
Do you see the streaming as like a good way to do this, or would you rather have it not streaming?
I mean, I personally like in-person D&D. I just prefer that. But I mean, it's kind of hard to do that with somebody who lives in South, like,
Oh yeah,
both people live like states away. So
yeah.
But I think it's something that we could get along with. I also have the camera over here now that I just remembered, so that you don't see into my living room.
Oh. So you're moving the mic, it looks like then.
Decide.
If there was someone else that another character, that is another class that someone should have been instead, what would you think?
Probably an actual like ranged class, so like a ranger or an actual, like, you said you were a buff wizard to me, so like maybe like a wizard or a sorcerer or even like a warlock.
Someone that has ranged spells.
Yeah,
I see that. I can see that. That's a good way to give us a hard encounter and see how we deal with it.
Give you a hard encounter without making it too hard.
Exactly. Now, do you have like battles already set up, or are you waiting to see what we do?
I have some set up there. It's all story battles that like they're gonna happen.
Yeah, it's part of the story. Yep.
Like, I'll be honest, the first like couple of sessions I am gonna railroad you a little, but that's story wise. It's like that's how the story is gonna progress.
You're gonna try to railroad us
as best as I can. And then it's like after a certain point, it's gonna kind of be like you choose how you want to continue from this point. So it'll be pretty open-ended once you get to a certain point, and then until you get to the end.
You have a big bad already made?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How about any cool NPCs that we're gonna be encountering soon?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Do you think they're gonna be... All right, here's a question that I've always, like, because I like to DM and I don't know how well I would do streaming it as a DM. I don't know. I'd be way too like OCD about it. Everything would have to be like perfect for me to DM it. Like, as you can see, I already did all this other shit for the stream. So like, and I'm not even the DM. Imagine if I was the DM, I would have gone crazy. So as like from a DM's point of view, I don't know if I'd be able to be a streaming DM right away. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how this one goes. But do you think that you're gonna like have people like loving the story, like following, or is it gonna be the complete, like, because you know how people are and when it comes to D&D, they like, because I know you said that it's gonna be loosey goosey on rules, and I know that there's a lot of rules wizards out there.
I just want people to understand that I like a good story.
Okay.
Like, I've literally stopped reading books because I keep going to a point I'm like, I can't take this, like, this story that's supposed to be about X and Y is so dry and boring, and I stop reading the book. And then I literally will pick up a book that's like for young adults, and I'm like, this has more plot in it and is so good. It's a young adult book instead of something aimed at my age. Like, I like
And
story.
the moral of the story is, kids, read Twilight.
Vandal's favorite.
Good books.
Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna be like completely disassociate the rules, but like I want you to like be able to do things that like you're like, I want to use this to do this. And I'll be like, all right, let's do it. I want to give you the chance to like do some things that like you wouldn't normally be able to do in D&D. Like, I want to use Firebolt to ignite these candles all around. And I'd be like, all right, see if you hit the candles.
Okay.
I would laugh as I prestidigitate them on. Just go.
There you go.
Buzzrab.
but to
So
answer
for
Buzzrab's
D&D,
question-
D&D campaigns, you start with a story as set out by D&D canon. Not sure if I'm getting that right, and then expand it via your own imagination.
You can. Like we did that
You played
with
in one. Doom.
Yeah.
Out of the abyss, all of them basically.
Well, with the one we finished with Kevin, the
Or the
Rise of
Dragon Queen.
Tiamat. Yeah. We started that
Once
in the
again,
book.
that we started off with the book, and
And
then
then left
Thundercat
it.
read Rise of Tiamat and went, "This is fucking garbage. Let me do something different with it." Because I remember reading that book after we finished it, and I was like, I read it as soon as you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna change it," and I went, "Yes, I can read it." And then I was in, Thay's just a fucking social encounter. That's fucking stupid. And I slammed the book. And then we went to the Doom Vault, and I was like, "Okay."
Maybe we should have just
I
talked to
wish I
people
had
instead.
Maybe we should have talked about
it.
But yeah,
So
Fuzzrab. So
you
any
can do whatever
campaign-
you want.
Exactly.
You want to write up a whole game based off the Witcher lore? Go for it.
Yep.
Want to
Change
write a
some names,
whole
change some places.
want to write a whole campaign off of your favorite soccer team, football team? Go for it.
Do it.
I brought us to space. That's
I
still
made-
probably one of my
You
favorite
brought
moments.
us to lots of places. Let's be real.
I made a sport. I
You
created.
made TV.
I made television in Dungeons
You
and
made
Dragons. You're right.
TV. That,
You're
I was
right.
like, you made a fucking
I-
idiot box.
The IB, the image box, are
I was
also known as
so
idiot
mad
box.
at you because I was like, why didn't I think of this first?
Like, it's not
I'm so
hard. They're just
fucking mad.
illusions inside a box of showing of something else.
Yeah, and then you
Um,
took it another step further, and then you went and put us in fucking cooking, and I was like, okay, this is a reality show.
You're
Alright,
a
this
reality.
is-
You're on a reality show while on TV.
It's way cooler than meeting everybody in a bar.
Yeah, that's true. I had to figure out all your guys' like jobs at the cooking school before I could figure out how to get you guys to meet each other, but it worked. Do you have anything homebrewed that like you can talk about, items or anything that you would like that like a normal commoner could go and get, like something that's in your world that wouldn't be in like a Faerun world?
I have an alteration to that question. What would you give DD, Beth, myself, Thundercat, or Auscitator to cater to the person for a weapon? Like, you have something cool. You want to give it like a skin so they know that they would like it.
I would probably give DD a switchblade.
Before that, answer my question.
Yes.
Is there anything that you made that's not in the Faerun that's in your Garaxia? Other
not-
than me.
So the realms, like I've talked to you a little bit about it, but like you can take certain things to and from the realms. So like people come and go from Faerun or other realms, and they bring items from those realms, and they get improved upon because of the technology difference. And then like they can bring them back. There are certain things that won't go back, like they just disintegrate or they don't work the way they should because it's realm specific magic.
So
Like the
kind of
magic
like Underdark stuff. Like if it hits sunlight for an hour, it's no longer magic.
essentially, yes.
Okay.
But it's like in the transferring of the realm, it just doesn't work. Like
Breaks
there's
it.
no hour. It just this magic is specific to this plane.
So it doesn't work on
It's-
that plane.
Correct.
So it's kind of like spoiler alert vision in the hex
Kind of.
a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
been long
When he
enough.
comes out, he breaks.
Yeah.
It's easy as that.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Now answer my question. What would you cater? So DD would be a switchblade. How would you make that work?
it would be an energy switchblade. So it would
Go
look
on.
just like a normal pocket knife
Mhm.
or a normal switchblade knife, but you do it in basically like a little tiny lightsaber.
Neat.
But it
Okay.
wouldn't be spherical. It would actually have like a blade,
Okay.
like an energy blade.
All right. Next, pick another person.
I would probably say for Beth, where she's a monk,
Mm-hmm. To cater
Or-
to Beth as well.
yeah, I would give her like big mechanical fists. So they would go over her arms. They would absorb like the blows and stuff to make it easier for her.
Mhm.
Like big boxing gloves, basically,
Okay.
but mechanical to do the damage and like when she bypasses resistances because of how the class works.
Numbers level 6.
Yep, they become magical.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm's going to be a little tough because he's
I don't need
Not-
anything.
how-
I'm just a happy half thing that sells his tinkering toys and stuff.
But here's the thing, I you know Kevin. So how would you cater to Malcolm and also get Kevin to go, that's fucking cool?
that's going to be hard. Like I don't honestly know. Like his character likes trinkets. I could make it a trinket or make it something that creates trinkets that he puts his spells into, and when the spell happens, the trinket disappears.
Now would Kevin like that?
It would depend on the extra stuff that goes with it. But yes, I mean, I don't care. I like playing D&D, so if you put something in my hands, I'm going to make it work.
Oh, see, that's what I like it's what I'm trying to allude to is, you know how I did the Neverwinter Dream, the Dusty Road voice, and that was simply just to get a laugh out of Griff. That was the only reason why I did it. Like that's what I mean, like to cater to them. So that you know us a little bit more than DD or Tater. I know I have some ideas on what I give to them, but
I think I would have to play with Auscitator and DD more.
okay.
Like I play video games with DD, so I know his video game personality, but I want to know his role playing personality because I feel like that also takes into account like when you're designing an item for somebody.
A little bit, yeah. Give them a
You
pet
need to know
TMNT
what their
keyring for
role
extra spells.
playing.
I'd hook it on your
Like a little
ear.
turtle
I'd hook
shell.
it on your horn with the other one.
I like it. I like it.
Can it be a TMT like the van? They're fucking
Oh, that'd be so
the
cool.
turtle van.
The turtle van.
Okay. On first glances of watching Auscitator, and I don't know if you played a lot of games with Tater, what would you give Tater, or Brian, as he's also known as? That's a real name.
Yep.
What would you give him to kind of cater to him? Like make it, this is mine. Like he made this with me in mind.
I haven't really played much. Like I've sat in his streams, but I haven't played games with him much or played.
So when you sat in his stream, what was he streaming, or were you chit chatting with him?
He was playing Dauntless for the most part. So it's like I've seen that. So it's like I could make something that's Dauntless themed or like
He is a
just-
barbarian.
epic monster themed kind of thing, like Monster
Like a
Hunter.
helmet.
He does.
Like a helmet that
He
has
does talk
fucking
about
horns on it
Monster
or
Hunter a lot.
That's because
Yeah.
Monster Hunter's fucking fun. But
Just like favorite.
Yo, give him a set of bagpipes.
No, we don't need any more instruments in our group. We already got the violin and the drum.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like, if I was his DM and I didn't really know him that well, and I'm playing with him from just like viewing his streams, I would give him something Dauntless or like Monster Hunter-y, or something like I want to do something to his voice, like have an item but it's cursed and you have to jump really really high.
I was just about to say something that's like helium-ish.
Yes. The hand axe of helium. While using this weapon, you have a +3. However, your voice sounds like this.
Oh God.
Play Monster Hunter and use a hunting horn and tell me it's not a weapon. So we've covered everybody but me. What would you give my peace cleric minotaur?
A big pile of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he leaves those behind. Let's be
Those
real.
big cow pies.
I'm kind of civilized. I at least flush when I do.
I wear underwear. Just sits in there until I get
most
home.
days. Well, some days they're
Knowing
not
you, I would probably say I would give you some form of like luchador mask.
I have horns.
I'm
Okay.
aware of that.
I would still wear it. So yes, I'm about this
But-
idea. Continue.
It would give you the ability to like hide your face or like alter yourself a little bit so that you can be like recognized in case you needed to get a little mean.
I have a luchador mask. So yeah, if you do that, I'll put on my mask. Um,
I have a question now. What from the session 0? What was the hardest part about session 0?
Sometimes just like with Farmer Johnny Appleseed, like conversing with you guys and literally DD just being like acting drunk. Like he played his character. His character was drunk, was hungover. Reacting to it, I was like, camera, stop. I was like, oh fuck, okay, he's a farmer and he's gonna be like, boy, you drunk? You okay over there, boy? Which I think just sometimes like I know you have a hard time like when we say things that'll just catch you off guard as our characters. I think it's gonna be like getting caught off guard and like not breaking down into a full laugh or like cry laugh and continue the conversation. I think that's going to be the hardest thing.
pro tip: bite your lip, like your inside of your lip. It helps a little bit.
Also pro tip: just laugh. Just
Yeah.
fucking let it go.
If you're trying to keep your train of thought, like your monologue, bite your lip.
I've died laughing at some of the stuff that Beth said to me sometimes. I just remember like being like, what? Like, and dying. And so it's okay sometimes. Just let it go. It's gonna stink it will stink for like being on stream because people want to continue the story sometimes, but who cares? It's all about us at this point. Yeah, it's our game, and if you want to enjoy
it's a stream.
Yeah.
I love going to streams and seeing people break. That's my favorite thing. Like,
yep.
I like going to streams less about content and more for people. If you're playing D&D, that's cool. If you guys are doing voices, like fucking, not even like trying. If you're trying to do a voice, I'm just stick around because I want to see what's gonna happen now, or see if you break or change the voice mid-session, like fucking Chris did that one time, and it broke me completely. I was like, "Are you normally supposed to talk like that?" But yeah, it's D&D. It's there are players who will try to break their DM. Sam Riegel is a good one. I like to do it every session,
I
at
mean,
least once.
Yeah, Matt Mercer dies laughing all the time. He laughs all the time. He tries to stay he tries to stay serious, but he laughs all the time.
I have a question for Vandal. Are you ready for me to get a shirt with your face on it when we start playing D&D?
I'd be honored.
It's gonna happen. It's absolutely gonna happen because I thought about it, and all of a sudden I can see Vandal making a silly face, like, and that's going right on a shirt.
Oh my god. I think from a viewer's point of view, I like it when the DM laughs at something out of the ordinary. From Fuzzreb.
Well, there's going to be plenty of out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited to play.
If you go onto YouTube, type in !links and watch like the introduction video, Thundercat did a great job editing it because you can kind of not tell that there were times when he was broken. Like there's a moment when we first hear Malcolm talk.
Oh yeah,
I have to cover my face.
That whole
cover my face.
That whole thing.
I
cut out like 15 seconds of laughing right after my first like initial sentence.
That wouldn't go on the merch store. You couldn't buy that. That would be something that'd be auctioned off. That would be for charity. It would be something that would just be for me. But
it'd be worn by GM Pat Nasty and signed by him.
Yep.
Never cleaned.
Never cleaned. Smells
like
like
deli once, so you can smell the sandwiches. How about that?
You can come. You can bring it. You can let me borrow it for a night at work too. We'll have pizza. It'll be pizza and sandwiches.
Pizza, sandwiches, and bad decisions.
Oh, we just dip it in ranch.
I'll take it to the Mexican place.
Why don't we just dip it in ranch?
Just make a ranch shirt. In case you didn't know, we have a very long video that was a very bad idea on my part to say aloud in our team planning. But it came to fruition. Hooray!
Rosemary at the stream. If there's one like sentence or saying or something you'd want to say to us as a party getting into session 0, and having it be like out of character, not like in character, but like saying it to us as our team getting into this first session 1, what would it be?
So you're saying like as a warning or as
a warning or whatever you want to say, like one line that you'd want to tell us, something you'd want to tell us before we got into session 1.
In the words of Samuel L. Jackson circa Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts.
I like it.
I have another question. In the years spent playing with us as your DM and the nights modding the at least 37 weeks. 37! This is episode 37. 37 dicks in a row.
Fucking Patrice Bergeron.
I had to get it out of my system. Is there anything that you've learned from us that you're going to use in your DM arsenal?
I like that. Fucking powder us up, baby.
I mean,
well,
or he can say, nah, you guys are a bunch of idiots.
I was gonna say, I mean, while you think on this, I mean, Thundercat, I've learned from him like very subtle voices and like traps that I don't think of, and I was like, wow, that's fucking easy. God damn it! And how to tinker a module. Like if it wasn't for Thundercat doing Rise of Tiamat his way, Tomb of Annihilation wouldn't have gone my way. I would have just ran the book.
I mean, there's like the traps thing. That's definitely something like I'm gonna use that. Don't you worry.
Fuck, I have to stop giving you guys ideas.
That's the problem with D&D. You'll never stop giving us ideas.
Nope.
Go on though.
But it's the traps thing is definitely something. There I've learned things. It's not anything really new for the most part because, again, I have played with you guys as DMs for a long period of time. So, like, I know how you guys play, and I don't want to do it exactly the same. So I want to, like, do it my way, but use you as influences, kind of, if that makes sense.
So what specific things that we have done that has influenced you? Pamper me up, motherfucker. That's what I'm
I
trying to
know.
get at.
Give us some fucking
Stroke my ego.
pat me on the back.
So, like, my big bad evil guy is
3
me as
gnomes
an
in a
evil-
trench coat?
My big bad evil guy is me if I was playing an evil character.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So, taking from Patch.
Uh,
You weren't the evil guy, but
well,
you weren't the
But you
greatest guy.
turned into the evil guy.
I put you in a snow globe, so yeah, I was pretty evil. I'm doing it for your own good, but
Killed lots of people too.
they were gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How about Thundercat?
And Thundercat has a lot of the more, like, outside the box situations, like the whole cooking show. Like, there's weird things that I've never seen done. So, like, the locket that, like, if you change one letter of a spell, it has
That's
a completely. I know that was
not
basic,
mine.
Oscar,
Not mine.
but you used it.
Yep.
And then it brought him into that. So
True.
I mean,
So,
if
like,
it wasn't for Chris Perkins, none of us would have Green Flame.
Green Flame.
Thank you.
I wasn't gonna give you that.
But, like,
Um,
I have some items that I'm tinkering with that I can't really tell you what they are, but they're gonna be fun.
Nice. Okay. Thanks for those kind words. That was nice.
Took a little
Oh,
bit to get it out of him, but we got
Yeah.
there.
We had
I
to,
like you guys.
we had to twist his tit for it.
We love twisting his titties.
Okay, Vandal, if you could tell the people one thing about your campaign and why they should come watch it, come hang out with us, what would it be?
Do you like weird shit that you would never expect to be in places where they are? You don't. Oh,
I don't
well,
like weird shit in places that it's not supposed to be.
and I guess you're never gonna fucking learn.
What the fuck?
Well, ruined that clip, but there it is forever and always.
That's Garaxia for you guys.
the train.
It's a bunch of shit in places you don't want it to be. The war for Garaxia. That's the tagline now. Quotes underneath it.
I would say
have a creative. Okay, there we go.
Oh, here we go. Real one.
it's gonna be a strange journey because you're gonna see weird things that are still D&D, just used differently. Like, I'll take a monster and I won't use it as a monster. It'll be an engine or, like, just something it's not supposed to be.
Okay.
All right,
Fuzz
my
around.
turn. So now that you've said that about the campaign, I would like you to surmise in at least 5 words each of your player characters. So I will name one out, and I want 5 words to describe that character from your eyes. Can we do this?
You're saying your player characters
Yep.
or
Characters
okay,
from
The
your
characters.
eyes.
and you want
What?
5
Five
words.
Okay,
words.
I'm going to start with Clementine. 5 words to describe Clementine.
She reads smut good.
Okay.
She likes those smutty trash novels.
Sells smutty trash novels. Okay, I'll take that. I like that better. Malcolm Sandy Fingers. That was my try at it.
Gotta get a little bit more Adam Sandler in there.
Ooh, Malcolm Sandy Fingers.
That's better.
5 words.
What are you doing with my... He's not yelling like him.
Had to Peter Pan.
Oh,
Malcolm Sandy Fingers.
Gonna be problematic for me.
Okay. Duke Thunder Cannon.
I'm gonna be the one character that just lays low for a while, and then all of a sudden Vandal's gonna be like, "Oh, you see this happen?" And I'll be like, "I want to do this." He's gonna go, "What the fuck?" Duke
Thunder Cannon.
Thunder Bearer Cannon.
I'm gonna call him Thunder Cannon.
The Thunder Cannon.
Yeah, you'll bring the Thunder Cannon.
Can't wait to see it.
Okay. Salthazar Bartholomew Matthias Vandersnap III, but you can call him Sal for short. I'll take it. No, actually.
He's gonna be a problem.
Me and Sal, what the good and the bad. It's like they're gonna be like.
And we'll finish off with my Ironhide.
How you gonna fuck me?
How you gonna fuck me?
Perfect. Fucking perfect. Where is that button? Go ahead, and we're gonna go clip that. That's gonna go shabam. How you gonna fuck me? Yeah, that's what I've got. So I'm excited for Friday. It's gonna be nice to be because I play D&D with UK people on Monday, and we haven't played in like 3 fucking weeks. So I'm a little salty about that. Love you guys still. But half the time they're talking about shit that I don't understand or using slang that I don't fucking get. So I just kind of sit there like, hey, you guys know about guns? I'm America. Guns and alcohol. What time again? It starts 9 p.m. at the latest, Friday.
Stream should be starting between 8:30 and 9 p.m. and then we will be on screen. Our faces will be on screen by 9 p.m. the latest. So get in there early. I'll be playing the open session 0 before we go on.
I likes it. Right, he'll be there to mod it. Boom. Thank you, Fuzzrab. We appreciate it. I'm honestly, it's gonna be very hard for I'm not gonna be looking at the chat. It's really hard for me not to look at chat. Like that's one of my things. Like when people don't read chat and I try to keep up and I watch Tater try to keep up and I'm not going to acknowledge chat, it's really going to drive me fucking insane.
This isn't that kind of stream. You don't even need to put the chat up. Just pull up the stream, minimize the chat, and then watch us on Discord.
I was gonna say fuck that because if I want to hammer someone, I'm gonna hammer someone. I have that little sword and it should be a hammer. Do we got any more questions for Vandal? I had my fun little creative exercise with him, so I got nothing for him unless you want me to twist his titty some more for some compliments.
No, I don't need any compliments.
You handle giving Vandal shit. I'll twist them titties right up for you, Fuzz.
I'm really excited to play. I haven't played in a while.
Fucking Will Barton down there. Can we just play D&D? We gonna play some D&D? We playing D&D tomorrow? Can we play some D&D? Hey, how about some D&D? You want to play a game of Lucky Hit? How about some D&D? Yeah. I'm excited for you to play some D&D.
It's about time. It's been a while.
Did you guys have fun
today?
Yes. Will be honest. It was a little confusing at first. Because I kind of didn't go in thinking we knew each other so well, but you know me, I adjusted things real quick, and I just went, oh, fuck it. Morning. Just nod. That's kind of,
and
I'm friendly with everybody.
Yeah, no, I had fun during the session 0. Obviously, like the first 45 minutes were just like rules and getting into what we wanted to talk about before we started. And then, but when we got into it, yeah, it was fun. I wish I had known a little bit more about everybody else, just because we knew each other. So, but other than that, I mean, yeah, once again, like I can jump right into figure it out. But other than that, yeah, I had a great time.
That's the downfall for content creation right there, for like Patreon content. All the people who want to D&D stream, if you want to have individual characters creating their stuff, it kind of takes away from that table creation where people can piggyback off of another character, which I fucking love, because that can change a whole campaign if the DM has kind of a weak story. I don't want to say no story, but just a weak story, because then you could have like an adventuring team of 4 brothers and then change it into something completely different, and then have fucking a sandbox with that. You never know. But that was the only thing I didn't have fun with. I was like, oh, I don't want to make my character. That's what happened with fucking the Tone and Ass game. We all made characters separate from each other, except for the 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up becoming the devil. So
we all worked out by the end. It was we came together.
It worked
as a
out,
good
yeah.
team.
It was just being such a low level, as Thundercats pointed out, will probably benefit us for the not making our characters together. Because now we have that quick, you guys know each other. I was like, oh, okay.
And we don't have any backstories like that really change who we are, like, so we know what we're getting into.
I agree, Fuzzrab.
I will agree and disagree.
Yeah, I was about to say the same
We'll
thing.
mix things up, and I never anticipate anything unless I know it's a certainty. I know that Thundercat is gonna wanna get a smoke on, and I know at some point Vandal's gonna look at his fucking phone. So I just get over it and then continue to move on with the story, and then wonder what they're gonna do to me. Because at that point, if I keep thinking everything is a surprise, it will be a surprise. But DD and Aussie are certainly gonna be a surprise. I don't from the little that DD's played, I've already can tell that he looks like he's gonna be a role player. And
Yep.
from the 2 hours that we played with Auscitator, I think, I just want to say it, he seems a little reserved, but I can see the D&D player in there. Because when he said, well, can I just grab his shoulder and kind of give it a nice squeeze? I was like, that's a fucking intimidation check with your strength. Vandal knows he's going to be like, could you make a strength intimidation check? And then I went, yeah, this is going to happen. No fucking new characters ever think about that. Like, they'll just either talk or be like, I want to tell him to, give me my fucking money or some shit like that. Just, he did it in a character and he asked, could I do this?
Once again, I would say yes and no. I think they're going to give us some good opportunities for new interactions and stuff. But I still don't think I can anticipate what anyone's doing. Not just because I played with you guys so much, I can't anticipate. Once you've played with the characters a little bit, because it comes down to the character, not the player. I could anticipate how Patch is gonna be. Yep. I can anticipate that Patch has his mind going at all times going, if I did this as my character, would it work? He's not gonna be like, I fucking do this. He's going to go, will it work as my character? And then he'll do it. Like, if he played a character that was the fucking wild card, and everything he did always had me on my toes fucking as a DM. And then he plays, but he's playing Ironhide now, who's a little bit more reserved, a little bit more laid back. So I can probably anticipate that he's not going to be doing so many outlandish things. It's going to be more like behind the scenes weird shit, like the weird shit that he's gonna, as DD's talking to someone, Ironhide's probably gonna walk over, grab some weed off out of the field, chew it for a bit, go, well, this isn't good, spit it out, put some of it behind his ear, go, well, no, that doesn't work, and then put it on the ground and then walk back over to the party. And you're going to be like, why the hell did you do that? Because I'm Ironhide. Like, that's what I anticipate from Ironhide. Like, I can anticipate what characters do. I can't anticipate, like, I mean, what players can do. I can't anticipate what characters can do. That's about it. Until you know that character a little bit more, then you start anticipating the things that they do. But as a player, I know that Beth is going to try to get some of these rules to be like, if she's casting a spell or if she has something in her class options, she's going to be like, well, it says that I can do this. And then Vandal's going to have to go, okay, yeah, you're right. Because Vandal doesn't know the rule exactly. I ask all the time. I'm like, what does it say in that? And she tells me and I go, okay, you're right. Yeah, definitely 100%. Like, I know that what Beth is going to do, but I don't know what Clementine's going to do. Yeah, I don't know what Clementine's going to do. Because I don't know her yet.
I have to get my player's handbook from your house.
I think DD will be a great addition to the role playing. I think he's going to really start picking that up real fast. But I don't know what Sal's like other than kind of shifty. I think Tater, like you said, is reserved a bit when it comes to the role playing, but after a couple sessions, we're gonna break him out of his shell.
Get him out of that.
If he sticks around with us, sometimes it's not for people.
Don't say if, when.
I'm not gonna say when. I'm gonna say if anyone ever sticks around with us, we try to do our best to get them to feel just at home as much as possible. We've had multiple new people come and try to play with us, and we've had people that just didn't work for them, and we've had people that stick around and we love hanging out with. It is what it is, and it's part of the game, and it's part of being people. So I think Auscitator is going to be a great addition as well, though. I think he's just got 2 sessions in him before he's Duke Thunderbearer Cannon, like, till he really is, like, envelops the character. If he plays the character like he plays his New World character or his characters in video games, like, he's gonna love playing D&D. And yeah, I think I know how Vandal is gonna. I know what Vandal's gonna do all the time. I'm in his head.
He was there.
In my head.
In your head. I did that.
So yeah, I think that's all I got for this week. Does anyone else have anything? Vandal?
I'm good.
Right. What are we gonna talk about next?
What are we talking about next week?
Damn it, you beat me to it. Next week we're gonna talk about equipment?
Question mark?
Yeah, different kinds of equipment, things that players can take with them on the...
There is a question mark there. Okay.
I put the question mark there because you didn't answer me. You just always like the photo, like the thing. I was like, I put a question mark.
Do my little too sweet, and I'm like, yeah.
So equipment. We're going to talk about equipment. It's a player's week, so from a player's point of view, the equipment that you take with you. We can talk about backpacks. We can talk about instruments. We can talk about toolkits. We can talk about there's other equipment.
Just packs. Because I will say, as a player, I've forgotten what's in fucking packs. Like, literally thousands of times. I will still forget what's in my explorer's pack or my scholar's pack. We can
talk about the tools too, like the tool kits, because those tool kits also give you proficiencies and things. If you're good if you're proficient with it, then you get better insight checks or whatever using that toolkit when you want to learn if it was old or something. So I think that's cool. We could do that. I think that should be a pretty decent episode. Learn about that stuff.
About that. So that's next week. We don't stream tomorrow, do we? Not anymore.
No more Wednesday.
Our next stream will be when?
Friday night.
Friday
at 4.
What is it on here? At 4, yeah. 9 p.m.
Okay, yeah. So Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, War for Garaxia.
Yep.
That will be session 1. I'm hoping to at least get to 37 episodes like this one. But yeah, that's 9 p.m. at start time, Eastern Standard Time.
I'm so pumped. Like, I just can't wait. I want to play D&D so bad. I have all my stuff still sitting right there, my character sheet, everything. It's been sitting there for 2 weeks.
Mine's always an easy hand access. I can just go shabam, boom, look at that, DM's guide right there.
Oh, I got my books right here.
My character sheet, my clipboard, shaboom, got that. Where's your player's handbook?
At Kevin's.
There you go.
But I have all these other cool books right here.
Yeah, but what about the base ranger? What about that? I'm fucking with you now.
Yes,
Saturday night is...
Yes. Saturday night is team night. Team night. Last week we had fun.
9 p.m. start time?
Yep. 9 p.m. we played Splitgate, we played Phasmo, and then when you left, we played Apex, and we got a fucking win.
No shit.
We got a fucking win.
Wait a minute.
Vandal had like
so
14.
heavy.
Yeah, he had like 14 or 10 kills and like 4 assists.
Shout out to Vandal pulling a disto right there and getting them the dub.
I did okay.
My backpack was so heavy.
I had 3 kills and an assist. That's fucking good for me. I'm terrible.
You guys picked me up when I got knocked down. If you
Everybody needs.
Yeah, we did.
Then Saturdays at 9 p.m. for team night. We don't know what we're playing yet.
That'll be a game time decision.
I'd like to get some beers, maybe, and do some tabletop in character if we can get certain other people to play too. That would be fun.
Possible. We could maybe even see if other people that have it want to play. I know Good Roots has it and stuff.
I know Roots has it. I know Tater. Tater's the one who gifted it to me.
Oh, so
I know
we should maybe even get him.
Then you guys are back at it Monday, building a house.
Motherfucker, we dude, last night we played for 3.5 hours, and we would have kept playing more, but DD's internet dropped. So I just raided as fast as I could while we were still like live on the thing. I was like, nope, fucking raiding. Just send us over to the main event. But we talked afterwards because we couldn't find what we needed to find. We walked around for literally an hour and a half last night looking for shit in the area we're at. We looked online. There's still fucking like 20 hours of game to play. Like, we haven't even
got into the game.
So like we've gotten to like, say there's like steps. We got to like step 15 and I was like, holy shit, like we must be almost close to done. And then I look up like a walkthrough, and step 15 out of step 60, I'm like, no, are you fucking kidding me? So me and DD started doing research. He's like, there's 3 other maps. I said, there's 3 other maps. He's like, yeah, the next map gets like a closer shot of this area, and then the next map gets a closer shot of that area. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking. He's like, yeah, we have to do all this shit. I'm like, this is such bullshit. It wasn't even the grapple gun. It's worse than that, Fuzz. It's worse than that.
So what are you guys playing this coming Monday? Are you gonna still be in fucking building hell, or are you gonna play Minecraft, which is actually...
No, I think we might take a break from Green Hell for the month.
For the month?
And play no, we're gonna play Forest.
Ooh.
The Forest is also a spooky kind of game because there's evil things at night in the forest. So
and then
I'm gonna
finish up the weekly.
And then we're gonna go to Green Hell, back to Green Hell when we've taken a break and we're not so heated about all the bullshit that we have.
And all full of candy from Halloween.
Yes.
Spoopy. So you're taking the month off from Green Hell and playing the Forest. And then Tuesday, we're back at it, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Equipment? Yeah.
But don't forget,
this week?
Don't forget the big night on Friday, the War for Garaxia at 9 p.m. Don't fucking forget.
Is that Central Standard Time?
Eastern Standard Time.
Nah, dog.
Thank you.
Eastern.
But I will be streaming tomorrow at some point.
Nice.
Lost in Random. I'm gonna finish it.
Nice. Just to continue with it.
Yeah, and then after I finish Lost in Random, I am going to start either doing Metal Gear Solid
Like
Ooh.
or
PlayStation 1 or the
PlayStation
Nintendo?
1.
No, Nintendo. Play Nintendo.
No, not the
Why?
Nintendo one. I had Throg
Ooh.
beat that for me. I'm not gonna play that one. I'm going to play Metal Gear Solid for PS1 most likely, and then move on to the 2, 3, 4.
If you have any questions about how to set up the memory card thing or to change your character, your slot, please certainly let me know.
Oh,
Or
I'm going
unless you
to. I'll
have
be
already done
talking to you once I finish Lost in Random.
that. All right, and that's Lost in Random. You're playing Wednesday and
And then
Sunday. The other
Sunday.
day normally.
Yeah, Wednesday
Yeah.
and Sunday.
Nice. I know Sunday's usually the later night, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
9-ish?
didn't feel well the other night, so I just called it and hung out in Discord with DD. But actually, we hung out in Discord waiting for other people to come in. But it was just me and him, and we played. I watched him play Kerbal. It was fun.
I went to bed.
Yeah, as I
10
was going to
hours.
bed, I was like, "What are they playing?" And I looked, I'm like, "Ooh, Kerbal."
We're
Nope,
shoo-
that's
he
gonna be
was
like 5 hours.
he was shooting guys to the moon. It was pretty good.
Bang
What are you
into the
doing?
moon. So yesterday and Sunday I took the day off from playing Detroit Become Human. Thank you, Fuzz, for reminding me of that. I took Sunday and Monday to work on my stream. I changed my emotes up. And now I've changed my schedule because Fridays I won't be streaming on my channel anymore. I'll be here. So Wednesday and Thursday will be exclusively retro nights. I'm gonna fucking read the walkthrough for Solstice like 5 times because I feel as though this game's gonna time suck me, but I need to get some trophies on other things first. So I think I'm gonna start Ogre Battle on Wednesday and Thursday for 64. And then Saturday and Sunday will be console games. We're gonna finish Batman weekdays 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then weekdays at 3:30. Weekends 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So during the week 6:30, you can catch me at twitch.tv/gmpatchnasty. 6:30 on the weekdays, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the weekends, and then Tuesdays and Fridays here. Yeah.
Vandal, you got anything going on?
Yeah, Vandal, what are you gonna play? You
I'll
streaming?
probably play Apex.
There you go.
Not streaming.
Yep.
Just
He streams with us.
ain't got no time. Not right now.
I ain't got no time for that.
All right, let's talk about 2 more things. Let's talk about Patreon first. If you want to check out any of our behind the scenes D&D stuff, this guy is a beast at Apex. That's right, Dysfunctional Dad. If you want to check any of our behind the scenes D&D stuff, any of our behind the scenes outlines that I send to Patch every week, saying what we're talking about, that's up to 15 right now are in our Patreon.
There.
We have some behind the scenes Randy outtakes. We have a couple of VR chat videos that we've done. Some good stuff's in
I have a
there
question.
if you want to check it out.
Could you tell me one of the Randy songs that's on the behind the scenes Randy's? Because I know I was saying a lot off stream.
It was the Chili Peppers Aeroplane.
I remember that one.
Because it was when I was getting levels and you started singing
Oh,
it
yeah.
because you were wondering
Oh,
if
yeah.
that was going to be the one you did or not. So I have
Oh,
that
yeah,
one. That
okay,
one's up there.
That was like
A little
10
while ago.
episodes ago.
That was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can check those out. I will be uploading the full length session 0 to that Patreon as well.
Tonight.
Tonight, yes. I have to load it to YouTube first as an unlisted video, private video, and then put it on
Yeah.
Patreon.
You hear that, DD? He's got to put it on YouTube, unlisted, not in a playlist, so people don't watch it for free when they're doing a whole season recap to interview people on the season finale of the first fucking season of Zombo Force. I love you, DD, but this is the one time I was gonna get to say it.
What's the last thing we want to talk about on that list right there?
We want to talk about fucking Extra Life, right?
Yes.
Am I right? Okay.
That was right.
So
That was right.
we are
Oh, you
just
froze.
about a month removed from the 24-hour game day, right? So it's like towards the beginning of November.
November
The
6th.
very first
November
Saturday of
6th
November.
is the first Saturday of November will be the 24-hour Extra Life shindigs. More of that to come. You'll hear about that Tuesdays to follow. More importantly, right now, we're raising money for kids in the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals, more specifically the one up in Portland, Maine, Barbara Bush Children's Hospital of Maine Medical Center. It's about a 20-minute drive, 10-minute if you got a lead foot up from each of our houses. It's something
Faster than that if you're Superman.
Yeah, faster than that if you're Superman. Even faster than that if you're Goku. You could certainly teleport there, or put down a sending circle there for a year. But more importantly, we're a little under halfway to the 12-hour stream. We're getting close to that $1,000 mark. I think we're at like how much?
We're at 610, I think, or 15.
610.
Yeah.
So yeah, once we get to that $1,000, it's a 12-hour team stream. So we will play games for 12 hours.
It's gonna be dirt. It's gonna be grimy. We're gonna get mad at each other. It's gonna be a lot of fights.
Absolutely, It's
gonna be so good if we get to do this. It's gonna make me like we're gonna hate each other. We're gonna have to like take a week off from hanging out with each other.
I'm gonna have to like bounce in and out of that. I can't do all 12 right.
Absolutely, I agree. I get that. More importantly, we have some stretch goals going on right now. What was your stretch goal, Thundercat? If we got to what by when?
If we get to 1,000 by the 15th of October, I will play scary games. Discord choice on a Sunday night stream, like 4 hours or 5 hours straight.
I want to get my father-in-law's PSVR headset for him.
I'd have to get used to it because I'd probably get sick.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd get wicked bad. I'd get so bad, I bet.
Next, for stretch goals, we crushed the $500 mark that I had weeks ago. That's the polls are closing for that the 1st. So the day that the War for Garaxia starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/Dysfunctional Gaming, TTV, it's looking like it's going to be Gengar Purple, which I'm pumped about. If you don't like that, go in the links.
Gaming Purple.
It's Gengar Purple. Go in the links and then join the Discord, read the rules, like the rules, vote. Go vote to change it. There are days remaining. Any one of my streams, if you donate, I'm gonna say I'm bumping it down to $20, a 20 spot. I've got 2 spots left. That on Sunday, my last stream on my channel for the week, quote unquote. That's gonna be done. No more entries for D&D, and it will be wrapped. So if you want to play D&D with Private Time with Patch, with Wombat, Austin, and TSO, donate while I am streaming. $20. Weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and weekends, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Do you have any stretch goals, Vandal?
Yeah, Vandal.
No.
Yes, actually, he does. He has the best stretch goal that we have. What's the high mark? It's 23. 23. It was originally 22, but Vandal, being the guy that he is, if we hit the goal of $2,300 by the end of the year, because that's when it actually closes.
Not say the end of the year.
Well, it would be. We're doing the game day.
Yeah.
So by game day, if we reach $2,300, if we hit our goal, Vandal is going to stream the worst wrestling next-gen game ever. They tried to make a career. It sucked, and we're all going to watch it. I'm going to go to his house, even when he's got a new house. I don't give a shit, because this is going to be glorious.
My house won't be ready by then.
Perfect. Then
Fuzzrab says if we get to 900, he'll do a 12-hour stream of Minecraft. The hell that is Minecraft.
Fuck.
I like Minecraft. I also want to talk. Yeah, by when?
Go on, talk.
I want to talk about starting October 1st as well. Any bits that we get in the month of October will be going to Extra Life. Any dysfunctional gaming bits that we get will be going to Extra Life. So if you want to cheer during the month of October, save your bits, do it then, and then we're going to put those directly to the donations either way. So if you don't have the money to donate now but you have bits, we'll throw bits into the charity for the month. End of October.
So here it goes. This is how it's working. So October, dysfunctional gaming bits go to Extra Life. No matter what, any bit, no big, no little, no big, they all go to it, all to the kids. If we hit 1,000 by the 15th, Thunder Spoopy streams. When we hit 1,000, it's a 12-hour team stream. When we hit our $2,300 goal by Extra Life Day, Vandal's gonna play shitty next-gen wrestling.
Oh, and my beard will be gone.
In its entirety.
WWE 2K17 for the PS4.
That he didn't even spend money on, that I won from a charity stream with a signed picture of Sasha Banks. Guess which one I kept?
To which he then gave me, and then immediately got 2K18 and said, fuck 2K17.
That's how it works, though. All right. Like
That's why I didn't.
With
that's why I
dudes in
never
tights.
opened it. I was like, the fuck's the point?
I still have it on my PS4. I'm waiting for you to open it so we can play. The servers are shut down, but there's the local.
I did.
Did you install shit?
No.
Motherfucker.
All right. I think that's it. Go donate. Extra Life down there. There's a link down there. Go donate.
Kids can't wait.
Extra Life.
Hashtag kids. It's what it's for. I like that. I'm using it.
What about for the children?
We are the world.
It's for the children.
It's for the children.
We'll give them money because it's a charity.
Oh god.
I thought this was a Randy raid moment, not a Thundies raid.
We need to find who we're gonna go raid first, and then we'll pass over to our boy Randall Newman.
Hello. Hold on, I gotta put on some things. I can't.
Who are we looking at, Vandal? You're our guest today.
Hi, Vandal. It's a pleasure to meet you. I think the last time I saw you was when we did that dead guy thing, when I sang about stuff being in your head.
I was hoping my buddy -2 Charisma would be on, but they are not on. So
I -2 Charisma? Is it like he has a -2 Charisma? Like the number, or is it a -2 his charisma?
-2. So he has a 6.
Okay, all right. There we go. Okay, thank you. I've been listening to the podcast, so words get a little confusing with people.
Well, they play D&D, so it would have been perfect.
That's smart. It makes sense.
But I see 20.
I thought you said you were gonna play Warzone.
20-sided TV is on. Let's see. Team Gold Scrolls on. Those are my homies over in the other town over. Let's see. No. Yeah, let's go to 20-sided TV.
Okay.
We're proud of the Bud Light.
Oh, look,
name,
they're
but
world
it's
building.
making people...
Okay. So it's funny that you should mention that. So I was learning today. I took a geography class. It was taught by this dog, cat thing with pants in a...
Hold on 1 second there, Randy.
I can see how my face is not... Fix me. Randy doesn't get paid unless it's all that. Just back up the Pixar truck. Beep,
you're good. We got you.
To
we got
infinity
you.
and beyond. Not to infinity. Why are we raiding now? Oh, did we fix me? Are we fixed?
I didn't put it in. I don't know who did.
Oh,
Fucking Vandal, wait until Randy's fixed. This is, goddamn it, unraid, you son of a bitch.
Cancel. Randy's up first.
Yeah, don't deprive me. Am I fixed? No, it doesn't look like I'm fixed.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Get out of here. Get out of here, Thundercat. This is Randy time. Back up the pigsty truck again. There's some money in that truck. Sorry, that was my woody dog.
You could start now.
Okay, I see myself. Okay, so it was taught by this weird looking dog, cat looking thing. But he taught me all the nations of the world to this easy little tune that I'm gonna do right now.
Oh boy.
Right, you can start the raid now.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda, Bahamas, Tobago, San Juan, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Suriname, and French Guiana, Barbados, and Guam, boop-a-dip-boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Norway and Sweden and Iceland and Finland and Germany now in one piece. Switzerland, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Italy, Turkey and Greece, Poland, Romania, Scotland, Albania, Ireland, Russia, Oman, and Bulgaria. Ireland, Russia, Oman, Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Cyprus, Iraq, and Iran. There's Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, both Yemen, Kuwait, and Bahrain. The Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Portugal. France, England, Denmark, and Spain. India, Pakistan, Burma, Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, and Bhutan, Cambodia, Malaysia, then Bangladesh, and China's Korea, Japan, Mongolia, Laos, Tibet, Indonesia, the Philippine Islands, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, New Guinea, Sumatra, New Zealand, then Borneo and Vietnam, Tunisia, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Zazwali, Gambia, Guinea, Algeria, Ghana. That's a hard one. Burundi, Lesotho, and Malawi, Togo, the Spanish Sahara is gone. Nigeria, Chad and Liberia, Egypt, Benin and Gabon, Tanzania, Somalia, Kenya, Mali, Sierra Leone, and Algiers, Dahomey, Namibia, Senegal, Libya. These are a lot of words.